Do you guys have notes or no?
I have 2 things written down from what I could remember.
I have like 2 things as well. I don't have anything.
Oh, guys.
So this is all I have.
I always like go into it like Gabby's gonna have a ton of notes, and I'm just gonna like put my thoughts in on her notes because you never miss anything.
Wait, no,
that
that's
I'm
so
like,
good.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like, I need this. So
I literally have my phone out, like, and I'll put down any little thought, and then I like organize it after, so I can do a debrief right afterwards. All right, so the Jeddah Grand Prix, it actually ended a few hours ago. I think it was necessary to have a few hours to ourselves to just think about it to ourselves, have some alone time, just debrief the race independently so we can come on here with a clear mind, because that race was very rough. And, I thought it might be a little bit nicer than, I remember last episode I said it's going to be maybe a little middle ground, a little happy medium. I think Jeddah will redeem ourselves a little bit because Suzuka was very boring. Bahrain was traumatizing. Maybe we'll have a little happy medium in Jeddah of Bahrain and Suzuka. That's the race. And it was not. It was actually just as bad almost as Bahrain. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about our thoughts. First lap had a lot of things to say. We had a lot of things to say about
that first lap was traumatic. Like,
Depressing.
Seriously?
I was walking to my car with an AirPod in out of church because I was like, I cannot miss this. And my church ended. I put my AirPod in. I walked up to my car. I had my friend drive us home because it was my car, but I was like, no, you're driving home. I need to watch this. And yeah, it was terrible. First turn too. It wasn't even just first lap. It was first turn.
First turn. The first turn. The rest of the lap was okay.
First Pierre crash.
Yuki and Pierre crash. Wow.
I think not. Like, why the Yuki Air lore coming up again?
Like, we get it, you're besties, but could we calm down?
Like, you don't have to go out together. Like, I know you want to hang out, but you don't have to crash.
I get it. You miss each other, but breathe.
Like, you don't have to do all that. It's a little dramatic.
It's a little much. It's a little much.
But no, it was because they were like, they talked to them after the race because they want to talk to them together and whatever, talk about it. And the FIA decided that it said Yuki's fault, or like Yuki's caused the collision, or car number 22 caused the collision. But there's no further action. So I was like,
I low-key feel like it was just a racing incident.
That's what I said. Like,
I watched it from so many point of views. I looked on TikTok. I looked up like 40 videos, and I just couldn't even like it. It could go both ways, genuinely. And that's what seemed like everybody else in the comments. Like, some people were dissing Yuki, some people were dissing Pierre, some people said it was a racing incident. I was like, I don't know. It didn't look like it was anybody's fault. Honestly, it was both their faults. So
I truly think it was just a racing incident. Like, if you look at it, like, yes, Yuki could have left more space, but Pierre could have also not turned in as hard as he did.
Yep.
It was really just like they both were pushing and ended up colliding. Like, it doesn't matter that there was blame placed on Yuki because he's not getting a penalty for it.
Exactly.
But still, like, I feel like it's weird to place blame on Yuki. Like,
just
whatever.
I don't really think it was necessary. I mean,
I don't think it was necessary at all.
So, you know what? Like, whatever. Do your thing.
Whatever. Do your thing, girl. Do your.
Didn't think Max's penalty was deserved.
I think it was 100% fair. Sorry, I'm gonna be the odd one out here.
I'm very split on this. I think that it could have gone because I don't know. It could completely go both ways because you see both their onboards. You see it from George's perspective. Oscar, it almost looked like Max does not back down. Max does not back down. We know this. And Oscar wasn't going to back down either because he doesn't want to stay second place. He said that himself. He's like, I want to get first. And that's just how they're going to act. So it could completely go both ways because when you're seeing them churn in, Max is behind the apex and like Oscar's wheels are in front. So obviously, naturally, he has that. But Oscar gave him genuinely no space. So Max kind of had to, like we saw it. If Max did not go off, he would have crashed into Oscar.
Yeah.
So you see there's two different things where
two places.
Yeah, you could have seen Oscar either, like Max could have either crashed into Oscar or went off, and he chose to go off. But Max also did kind of go very aggressively. So then you see why he could have gotten a penalty. I don't know. I could go both ways. I'm very split on this.
Yeah.
Personally, I just think that it should have been like a first lap incident because that turn specifically is very hard to control.
It's very tight.
It's a very tight corner. It's the first turn in the entire lap. Like,
yeah.
So
It's crazy to have like a tight chicane as like your first turn and then be like, good luck.
I think it shouldn't have been a penalty, but I mean, I'm also not surprised that they gave him the penalty. And otherwise, I think that Max, honestly, I don't know. I think that Oscar would have won anyways. I think that there was a small chance. There was a small chance that Max could have won. He was fast. The Red Bull was fast, but McLaren's faster. So that's what I think.
I just think I liked the way Oscar put it. I like that Oscar was like, the way that he talked about it was like, he's like, the way I was driving, I would have always made that corner the way that I drove into it. He's like, the way Max was driving, unless he got past me, he was never making that corner. Mm-hmm. And that's where like I thought about it and I watched it and I was like, yeah, if like Max did not get past him before they went into that second part of the chicane, he was never making the corner to begin with. But I think the FIA, like we all saw it the moment they did. Why did they not on that same lap be like, just give the position back? Why did we need to take 3 laps and then hand him a penalty?
Like, where was the like instruction to be like, hey, you might get a penalty. Maybe you should think about switching.
Well, I do also think it's a Red Bull issue because a lot of teams will be like, if they see that, they're like, all right, just give the position back. We don't want to even play around with a penalty. Red Bull was like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just keep going.
They were saying in the commentators were saying that Max likes to kind of force the FIA to make the decision. He's like, I won't give the position back personally, but they have to make the decision if I have to or not. And I didn't see any like, I don't know. I didn't see any radio message or anything on this. I was like, they'll be like, oh, you should give the spot back. And then Max will be like, no. Or yes.
Yeah.
And then,
when it happened with like Lando and I don't know who, like a race or two ago, McLaren immediately came on and was like, give that position back.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if that's an FIA issue, a Red Bull issue. I don't really know how like the rules work.
I think the FIA should have not taken as long as they did because like I think the rules are if like you get past a certain amount of laps after the incident happened, it's a penalty and they can no longer just give the position back and it be forgiven. Yeah. Why did we not make this decision earlier and just say, hey, give Oscar the position?
Yeah.
Why did we feel the need to hold off for like 3 laps under a safety car and then be like, hey, Max, penalty.
By the way,
it just felt like so delayed. I don't know.
It was weird. It was a little bit weird times, but I don't know. It was such a funky little thing. I don't know. I go both ways on this with opinion wise. So
yeah.
I also with the restart, I really thought someone was gonna overtake Oscar since.
Oh my gosh!
Like I really thought.
Yeah.
Max really got him with that restart. Like
Oscar had a bad restart, and
Oscar was not ready.
It was not good, and I fully thought that.
I thought George was going to get past him because George was the one who was right behind him at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, go on, King. Get him. Get his ass. But he did not. So that's okay. No, it's fine.
You know what? We'll get him next time. Because
George, you'll get him next time. Guys, like my hot take, we put George Russell in a good car. And I'm not saying Mercedes is a bad car, but put George Russell in like a McLaren or a Red Bull right now. I think that man would cook.
Champion.
I think that man would cook.
2026,
he's already cooking.
Give him that.
Watch
him be world champion. Okay, like I have so much faith in George Russell. Okay,
he's already waiting to pick up the pieces of the world drivers if all of them crash out in a race.
He's honestly like I know he's a big driver. He's a very well known driver, but in Mercedes, I still stand by the fact that I think that he's underrated. I do not care.
I think he's
he's still underrated.
No, I agree because I feel like a lot of people overlook him in like championships and stuff, and I'm like, put this man in a good car, and I'm not like Mercedes is a good car, but put him in like a championship winning car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think he would be in contention right now.
Yabba dabba doing up until that championship.
He would be saying the craziest shit on that radio. But
His
that's why
tires
I'm
are
like,
toast.
Mercedes,
His tires are toast.
2026. I need a comeback. I need a
Yeah.
George Russell world champion. I need something.
Yeah.
I'm begging.
Loki, I need Lewis shaking in his boots over that Mercedes.
I need 2026 Lewis Hamilton to be shivering at the fact that he left Mercedes. Okay.
Yep. And took
All
Carlos'
right.
spot.
Sorry,
I'm
sorry, King. Sorry, King.
Yeah,
I
I
had to
was
get that out there.
I honestly felt bad for George in this race because he kind of his setup mixed with the dirty air. The dirty air genuinely.
The dirty air was so
If
bad.
you were not in first place, you were losing time. Like it was so
Yeah.
hard to keep up, and you could tell when Charles took the lead, you could tell easily he was just like,
Yeah.
and then he pitted, and then he just stayed there. And
Well, that
that's
was the difference between like when Lando was up like right behind somebody, he was struggling so much. And the moment he got past and had like a little bit of room and less dirty air, he was flying again. And I'm like, God,
It was bad.
It was bad.
It honestly, it did suck for George because I thought like, he had the potential to get a podium today. But I think that if they figure out the whole setup and stuff, they just get everything figured out because they are still a good team. They're just like tiny little things to pick out. Once you do that,
Kimmy did well.
He did
for sure. Yeah, he did.
I think Mercedes is easily third best right now. They just they obviously don't want to be third best. They want to be up in the top rankings. But
I think definitely third best. Like team wise, I think that they can get the constructors. Whatever, this is just a little bit of a little rough stint for them.
Oh, I think Mercedes can pull off second in the constructors. Easy.
Definitely.
Continue performing the way that they are with like Kimmy and George consistently doing like top 5, top 6. Like
that's good.
They can easily get second in the constructors just because of how much Red Bull is struggling with their second seat.
Yep.
And like Yuki's doing better, but they still like lost 3 races at the beginning where they scored no points.
He's only had a couple races, so it's like he's not going to go in there just like vroom right up to podium.
Exactly.
So it's like a little like
he qualified pretty well, didn't he?
Yeah. And while I'm like, I think I have full faith in Yuki. It's just like the constructors wise, if you're thinking about it from a points point of view, Mercedes is hype as about this because they know they can pull off P2 just as much as we all do.
Yeah.
They're going to sliver their little ways in there again. They are so like sneaking under my radar this year. I am weirded out by it.
I'm very much enjoying it. I'm happy about it.
I just never think about them, and then suddenly they're like, and George Russell takes provisional pole, and I'm like,
girl, where?
Where is he? Where did he come from?
Like he was the best lap of the whole
I was like, I
decade.
didn't even know. Like,
whoa.
I didn't even know he was in the top 5.
He had a track
What's
record
going
for
on?
the entire century. Like,
No, literally.
where did that come from?
Like, where are you? Where are you?
Ahead of everyone else. Like,
speaking of where things come from out of random places, let's talk about the Red Bull and Ferrari's pace.
I was like, where is she going with this one?
I like to throw you guys for a little loop.
I was like Gabrielle into
I was
Fernando.
like, stop, what the are we going on about here?
No, I like to give you guys a little run for your money. So I'm like the Red Bull and Ferrari pace was insane today because we know that Ferrari like doesn't do as good in qualifying pace wise versus the race, but still Charles
had really good pace today.
He defended against Lando. It wasn't like a very close, but he held Lando back the entire time, like basically, and I was like, good for you.
Charles had a really good race.
He got his first
really good race.
Season. I'm like,
yeah.
Finally, you deserve this. The Ferrari fans need this. They need this to feed their delusion because they got a little.
They needed this.
They got a little hungry because
they got a little anxious. They got their little Lewis Hamilton earlier in the season, and now they're like, we need more. Charles is here to give it to you guys.
The Charles podium is a good way to get there.
Boy.
Yep. And then
Charles is here for you.
Yeah. Yep. And then Max, I don't know. I was thinking, oh yeah, we get pole, but I mean the race, not gonna go that well. And it was honestly, he had a very strong pace, and they were talking about this. Red Bull, honestly, I think this is a very good race. I know Max is very upset because he got P2 and he started pole, and obviously nobody likes that to happen. But you also have to think about in the long run that their pace, for now, of course, it could honestly go to crap next race. But when you see like just from this perspective, like it has a positive trajectory, and it's also very good for the team, as in they want to keep Max, and that's a good way for them to keep him. I mean, I don't see Max really leaving yet, and this can help that. So
I think he'll want to stick around for 2026 and see what the team does.
I agree.
But I don't think I was shocked by Max's pace today. I felt like in qualifying, he kind of showed like, hey guys, I'm not like gone. Like I didn't just win a one-off and like now I'm done.
I thought it was
like, I'm here.
I thought it'd be good in qualifying, and then I thought, because like usually it's good in qualifying, and then it goes like in race.
I just like his qualifying lap was so good. I'm like, there's no way that car doesn't have race pace.
And the Red Bull does better in Jeddah, anyways. Like compared to Bahrain and Jeddah are very different tracks, and the Red Bull just naturally does better in Jeddah. So
I think Max drove the best race he could have. Oscar was insanely fast this race.
Yep.
And I think it's like he started in a good position and this setup works really well for him, clearly. So like I don't think there was any world where he would have kept Oscar behind him even without that penalty, because Oscar was still so close.
Yep.
But I do think like Max had really, really good pace, and I think you should be proud of it. Like that was a good race.
Yep, it was solid.
Oscar was just like literally unstoppable this race. Like,
yeah, well, I don't
there's
know.
Nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
Well, Gabrielle and Fernando almost crashed into each other.
Oh my god!
I didn't even like.
I barely realized it.
I didn't barely see it for some reason.
I looked back and I was like, "What?"
I did not realize this, and then I saw somebody say something about it. I don't know where, and I was like, "The." Yeah. So I don't know what happened. I've got no idea.
So I think it was like Gabrielle, Fernando, and Jack, and I'm pretty sure Gabrielle was trying to like overtake Jack, and Fernando was there to like pick up the pieces, and then Jack like took the apex or something, and like I guess threw Gabrielle off, and he like moved over to the side, and Fernando was like right there. So he, like, put Fernando like into the wall a little bit, and Fernando was like, "Oh my gosh, he just put me into the wall." But, like, somehow his car was fine, but he like
good
he a little bit.
We did not need that shit again.
I feel like they did not like cover that, or maybe I'm just late or something.
They like barely showed it. They literally like barely showed it.
I'm like, I feel like I have no recollection of this like whatsoever.
Like, what?
I
might not see this.
He like ran him into the side of the wall, but like it was fine.
Well, I'm glad his car is okay.
I was like, don't be running over your manager.
Yeah, like, don't be running over your manager.
That's your manager, King. You need to stay.
Joking. Fernando was like, no dinner for him tonight or something.
Oh my god.
I love that.
I was like, boy, you gonna leave him in Jeddah? Like
that's funny.
He's like, find your own flight back home.
We had Max, the driver of the day. And personally, I mean, I get it because he had a good race. But I was like, what about Charles?
Yeah.
Charles, Lando had a good P10 to P4.
True.
Oscar pulled off another crazy win. Either of the Williams drivers. I think Max, like, he still had just as good of a race as most people.
Isaac.
But driver of the day is so just like, you just go in and vote for who you like, if we're being honest. Like, I don't think half of the people who actually vote for driver of the day, like, vote for the actual driver of the day. They're really just like,
putting much
this
thought.
Is my favorite driver.
Like, oh, Max, cool.
Yeah.
Yay, Lando. Yay, Oscar. Like, whatever.
His car looks good today. Let's vote.
Yeah. This one looks great.
I have a good feeling about him today.
I like the helmet. Yeah.
I'm enjoying this one. You get my vote.
That's like exactly the thought process.
I think we like one time we just need to rig the votes, and whoever's in like P20, we just give it to them.
Gabrielle.
Yeah. I like to vote for like the most random person sometimes and driver.
I think we just need like an Esteban Ocon. Like give him driver of the day.
Yeah.
I vote for Nico like every time basically.
Oh my god.
Nico Hulkenberg, you're my driver of the day, babe.
My driver of the day, Nico Hulkenberg.
You're worry. Always my driver of the day.
We should start a petition to do Nico Hulkenberg for driver of the day.
Dude, seriously? I'm about to go post on F1 Twitter after this and be like, guys, next race.
Next race, Nico Hulkenberg's getting driver of the day.
Yep,
no argument.
I don't even care if he's at the race. He's driving.
I don't give a he hits the wall turn 1. Okay,
don't
he's
care.
getting my vote.
I don't care anything. I don't care if he's not in the race. I don't care.
I don't even care if he's in Miami. He's driver of the day.
He's driver of the day always.
Anywhere. If it's not Miami, don't care. Driver of the day.
Yeah.
I'm glad we agree on this. Also,
always my driver of the day.
Yes, we had Oscar is the first Australian to be leading in the driver championship since Mark Webber. In it was 15 years ago, I think. 15 years ago. And it was funny.
I thought you said 50, and I was like, he's that ancient.
He's that old?
That's like Helmut Marko age, honestly.
I thought you said 50, and I was like, wait, I was like, am I
he looks good for that old. Damn.
Oh no, yeah, it was I could see I saw a clip of Mark like holding his phone.
Dad.
Yes, the little like proud dad moment where he's like filming him. It's the cutest thing ever.
I was like, that's such a great moment. I love Oscar and Mark.
I love them. I'm
Mark.
crazy. I truly wish that everybody would shut the fuck up about the drivers' championship for like another 6 races.
I'm like, dude, it's the first 5 races.
We've got like 70 points in the book right now. Why are we acting like this is like this set?
Is the end.
This is like the last race, and like this is major. Like it's gonna change.
Personally, I like to be dramatic, and I love
to be dramatic.
I like to be dramatic.
But it's stressing me the out, and I don't like it. So I just need everybody to.
I like to be like, oh, Oscar's leading. Oscar's leading. Do we see Oscar getting the world championship? Oh, do we see it? Do we see it?
No.
George is behind. No. 2 points behind. Do we see? I
no.
Like. Sorry, guys. I like to be dramatic about this.
Because then like I get people who are like Oscar's leading the world championship now, and Lando Norris is never gonna win the world championship, and he sucks. I'm like really over it. Like if y'all come out here and are like, Lando Norris just doesn't have that like world championship mentality, man. I'm like, so he's just not an asshole.
Like crazy that he's not saying crazy
no
things.
offense, like Max. I'm not saying Max is an asshole, but on track he's an asshole, and like that's that.
And that's fine.
I love it. I support
it.
I think it's great. I think it's lovely. That's just never been little Lando Norris over here, all right? And he has said himself, he's like, if I'm winning this, I'm winning this my way, and y'all are gonna shut up. And I'm like, thank you. Can we all breathe?
I don't understand like the dislike for somebody who has a different personality. I'm like,
dude,
when was
I get like I actually don't really get it. I don't really get it at all. I just don't really see why there's such a strong dislike for somebody's personality. If you don't like it, then just
like,
ignore it.
We're not saying anything about Oscar. Oscar's like the most nonchalant, chill guy there is. And no, we're not saying a word.
He literally wins a race and he's like
I'm just like, guys.
I don't know.
Lando Norris could breathe in the wrong direction and you guys would say something. So I'm just done. But
yeah,
I
get disliking a driver for like how they act, whatever. Max got like literally booed at races for how much people hated him a couple years ago. Sebastian Vettel got insanely hated at Red Bull. Lewis Hamilton got insanely hated and like all these things. But I just don't really understand. Like, okay, Lando's not the first driver to be hated on, so I feel like whatever. I don't know. It's not
like it's not new.
It's a common thing for a driver to be hated on, and so this is nothing new. We're not seeing anything brand new, but like genuinely, like
it's just annoying.
What's like the strong dislike for like if you don't just move on, like you don't have to like
move on.
You don't do all these comments and stuff, and just what's the negativity? Like, oh yeah, he likes to talk about his feelings. Yeah,
like move on.
Since
who cares?
Hating for mental health make you weak.
Like yeah, because I get it. It can be a weakness, but it's also a strength. And if you balance it out, you're fine. Like I saw this one guy say he on TikTok said like he wears his heart in his sleeve, and it can be a weakness, and it can also be a strength. He said to balance it out. And I was like, you ate that up. That is a perfect way of saying it. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect because he needs to have the heart in his sleeve. That's his personality. Like he's not going to change. He shouldn't change. No. So I mean, yeah, like he's not as aggressive as Senna or Max or Michael or whatever. Who cares? Yeah. That doesn't mean he can't win a world championship. Like the discourse with having to be an extremely aggressive driver. I get like some people saying like, oh, like he's not gonna do everything to win. Like, guys, stop, please. I'm
just because he doesn't go into press conferences and like scream about the fact that he did something bad, like it doesn't mean that he doesn't have that like I want to win mentality. He just handles that feeling differently, and like he's more I'm going to go in and be like, how did I screw that up? Where did I make that mistake? Whereas like your Max or your Sebastian would have gone in and been like, I'm so pissed. It's just people handling things differently, and I don't know why the entire universe feels the need to make their own comment on it.
And there's not a right or wrong way to handle these things.
No.
Like, I mean, obviously people are gonna have their opinions. Like, this is the right way, this is the wrong way. I don't like how you handle things. I like how you handle things better.
Yeah.
But again, that doesn't mean you're right or wrong. That's just an opinion. You should keep your opinion to yourself, because that's not going to change how they act. And I don't see why you'd want to change how somebody acts. Why does it bother you that much? That's kind of insane to me. It should not bother you that much.
No. So, truly, like you're allowed to have an opinion on a driver, but you don't need to comment it everywhere.
Yeah, and like
just keep it to yourself. I don't keep it to yourself.
To make your own personality.
Like, I don't care if you hate a driver. Good for you.
Good for you.
I'm glad you do. But you don't need to comment it on every post you see about that driver. Very unnecessary. Keep it to yourself.
Your workplace can see that, right? Your workplace can see
your digital footprint goes crazy.
Yeah, no, it could be.
I hope they background check your ass, because I hope they see all this.
I hope a team tries to invite you and sees your comments.
Yeah, it couldn't be us because we are unbiased and we love every single driver.
I love everyone, and truly, like, I wouldn't even lie about that. I love all of them so dearly.
I don't understand how people can hate a driver. Like, I genuinely don't. Like,
I love them all for different reasons. I think they're all great. Do I have favorites? Of course I do. But I still like all of them.
It's kind of hard to not have favorites. If you don't have favorites,
exactly.
Like, how do you not have a favorite? Like, I feel
like you're always gonna have a favorite, but it's okay to still like everybody else.
Yeah, I just don't like. I mean, yeah, I get like not like favoring a driver, but you hate the driver. I'm like, whoa,
that's a little much.
Just there's an extent. There's a line you can cross, and it's being crossed. It's since specifically there's so much media now these days. With Max too, I guess, because 2021 that was media. I would say Max and Lando have been the two almost like main characters, like the center of attention with hate, like the past like 5 years.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
I don't know. Okay, this is going so off topic. I need to talk about it. I just like genuinely don't understand how everybody like started like switching up on Lando, and then people started switching up on Max. It just kind of it reversed. And
well, it was like Max was doing really well and was dominating, and they were like, "We hate him. He sucks. We hate him." And then the roles kind of switched at the end of 2024, and McLaren started to seem a little bit more dominant. Lando Norris was winning a lot more races, and they were like, "We actually hate you now."
Yeah, because they're like, "Oh, we
actually hate you.
You're too confident. You're too cocky." I'm like,
and then suddenly everybody loves Max Verstappen again.
Is that not the driver's like the championship mentality?
Is this not like
you're complaining about the championship mentality of him being too egotistical, and then he goes and does something else, and then it's also wrong, and then I can't. It's
just like y'all just complained about domination. Somebody comes in here and messes up the domination, and suddenly you hate him now. What do you want? What do you want to happen? I don't know.
This with every driver, like every F1 driver has been hated, but I honestly like I think about this a lot. I just think that Max and Lando like specifically is like
I think they get some of the worst of it.
I think they got some of the worst.
Really sad.
Obviously, the other like Sebastian and Lewis specifically had so much, but you don't really see it so much because there wasn't as much social media discourse that there is now.
Yeah, there's like, so much like people have so much access to the driver.
Exactly.
It's insane now, yeah.
I think that's why it's worse now, is because people like it's so media like based now that people can just go like comment on everything and like spread so much hate so much easier now.
So many other many interviews you can watch, so many
exactly
twisted, so many words that are twisted. And I actually, Max literally did it in he was doing his interviews. He was pissed during his interviews. He was like doing Dutch interview. He's like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the incident. And he was like, are you gonna appeal it? He's like, no, I don't care. Like, whatever. It sounded and he was like, I don't even want to give my opinion on things because the media, like, so far, like these days, the media has like ruined everything I say, and it happens to everybody.
Everything out of context.
It's I understand. Like, I think that honestly, like, I don't know, I think that more drivers should be acting like Max. I know, like, we like to see the media, we like to see the drivers talk, but I feel like sometimes I'm like, you guys, like, just honestly need to protect your peace.
Just say no. Just say no. That's like when that very kind interviewer, more people need to be like her, after qualifying was interviewing Lando, and she's like, are you good? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, do you want to talk? And he was very polite about it. He always is. He was like, no, like, I really don't want to talk about it. And she's like, okay, and immediately moved on to the race. Why do we like, as an interviewer, just if he says no,
read the room. No. I'd be like, what's your favorite pasta?
I would not. After that man just crashed, ask him about qualifying. Let's talk about the race tomorrow. What's your plans? What you thinking?
I think is it Natalie Pinkham? Something
Natalie
like
Pinkman? Yeah, I love that woman.
I think that was one. That's what it sounded like. That's what I heard.
It sounded like her, but I don't know if it was. I've never like
the redirecting it to something else besides, like, because obviously they're obligated. They have to go to the media pen. They have to answer these questions. They can't just be like, no. Like, that's not really how it works. But I just think being more respectful of what they want to talk about. Because again, Max, when he said that thing, he was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. And the interviewer was like kept kind of saying something really quick, and he's like, no, I don't talk about it.
Absolutely not.
He redirected it. I'm like, yeah. So
I wonder
we need to normalize not talking about every single thing, because I just know that is treacherous for them.
Yeah. And like, I get it. Like, it's kind of your job to talk about like the shitty stuff that happens. But like, if it's that bad to the point where a driver is literally telling you, like, I don't want to talk about this, there are other things that you could talk about. You could have talked about the good things that Max did that race, because he did a lot of great like moves, and like, he drove a really, really good race. Agreed. Talk about that. Let's not sit here and like badger him about his singular screw up.
Agreed.
I don't know. This was like our little rant of the day. I'm like,
yeah, honestly, you know what? I'm not even gonna just title this like the Jeddah debrief. This is gonna be like, it's like half debrief and half
Jeddah debrief / ranting about the media.
Talking about how the media has caused like 50 times more hate, because it is true. Media,
and of course, this is the career that we decided we want to work in. No, this is great. No,
it has its good things and its bad things. It's a balance. But today we talked about the bad things. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next weekend, we'll talk about the good things.
There's so many good things that come of it. And like, I feel like it really promotes like fan engagement, because you feel a lot more connected to the drivers.
How much F1 has grown in the past couple years just because of like
of social media. It makes you feel so much more connected to the sport.
Yeah.
But
V-carb social media.
V-carb. I would, oh my God, the things I would do for your social media manager. I love whoever that is.
Can I please make you cookies, whoever?
I'll get you like a basket. I love you dearly.
It needs your basket.
Your content is great. Keep up the good work. You're doing a great job.
And I also wish I was you, so.
I want to be you in the future, so that's just
I'm telling you guys, I literally, for context, okay, Red Bull posted a video with this little like yapping sound with Charles and Max like talking, because after the race they talk. They literally debrief anytime they're on the podium together.
Yeah.
And I literally, kid you not, a couple hours before that, I posted the same thing, but obviously not as professional of a clip, because I was watching from my laptop. They were watching from right in front, but they used the same sound and the same like part of them talking. I was like, so you're saying that I had the same idea as the Red Bull admin?
So you're saying
I'm a social media genius. So you're saying that I should be working for an F1 team.
You're saying I should have a career right now. Be
as
honest.
Admin. Red Bull admin, just like hit me up.
Hit me up. Come on.
I'm down. Hey, I have
I got this. Get me in there. Get me in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Put
well,
me in,
anyway,
coach.
I think this is a great part to stop on because we've half ranted, we've half debriefed, and we have a week or 2 weeks, I guess. We have a whole week off until the Miami Grand Prix, which 2 out of 3 of us are going to.
You'll be sick of us, trust.
So
You'll be sick of us.
Katie and Delaney will be going. I'll be at home because it's like way too hard for me to actually go because I'm like flying home the day before, and it's fine.
It's okay.
Coda, here we come. Coda, here we come.
It's okay.
Prepared.
It's okay. Gabby knows that if I meet Fred Vessier, I'm gonna call her.
I love that man so much.
That is the one person. If I meet him, I have to call Gabby.
You have to.
That's my rule.
Group call, please.
My rule is like if I meet Fred, I have to do a group FaceTime. Gabby knows that she has to pick up immediately because I've got Fred on the line.
Fred is literally on the line.
Fred is standing next to me right now, and I'm waiting for you guys to pick up so that I can say hi.
Hey.
I'm literally gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna be like, Fred, say hi to my friends. Fred, say hi.
I'll catch my picture.
He's gonna be like, what the
Please, hi.
Fred,
I'll have my
dad.
I'll have my dad take a picture of me, Fred, and my iPhone.
Yes.
I'll be holding you guys up, and it'll be like me and then Fred, and I'll be like,
that will be like this.
And that'll be the new Pass the Paddock TikTok account profile picture for about a month. Okay.
I would say like 3 months actually. 3 months.
You should show your wallpaper.
I should be like, Fred, do you think it's good?
Fred, I know a girl. Fred.
I could hook you up, man.
So answer the FaceTime.
You know a photographer and you know a future social media admin.
Yep.
I know 2 future social media admins. Don't talk to me.
Wait, what?
I'm getting in here. You want to do broadcasting.
I don't want to be a social media admin. I want to be broadcasting.
Actually, we make our own company.
We make our own brand, our own F1 team.
Yeah.
You do the photography, I do the social media. Gabby does the whatever the I don't know. She just speaks in front of people.
I'll talk in front of the camera.
She'll speak. And then we've just got to hire a drive. Well, Gabby can part-time as our driver too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Gabby and you can part-time. I'll be too busy.
Yeah.
But you guys can part-time. I can be strategy. I can do strategy and race engineer for both of you.
Yeah, okay.
I can drive the bus.
So pit wall
together,
instead of 4 people and then a bunch of people in the garage, it's just gonna be me. And your pit stops, they're gonna be slow as I'm gonna have to do all 4 tires on my own.
You and your dad.
Whoever's not driving though, will do the pit stops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if Gabby's in the car, me and Delaney are gonna tag team the pit stops.
Yep.
You get 2 wheels, I get 2 wheels.
Yep.
We'll get you in and out in less than 10 seconds.
It'll be like NASCAR.
But we've also got to lift the car up. So we got to lift the car up, then we got to run, grab the wheel, put the wheel on.
Yeah.
I feel like if you practice up, it will.
I think we could do this.
I think it's fine. Yeah, no,
this is buff enough.
Be fine. I can get my dad on as team principal.
Yeah.
Don't stress.
Lift the car up just by itself. You know what I mean? No
yeah,
jack.
I think I could just lift the car while you change all the tires.
I can just lift it up like this, and then it's
I can just hold it above my head.
Yeah, pretty light, so I feel like you'd be fine.
I think I could do that. I think I could.
It's really carbon fiber. It's like a pound.
It's just carbon fiber. It's so.
So basically, you're seeing Pass the Paddock F1 team next year with the new regulation.
Yeah, 2026. They didn't tell you this. Cadillac's coming in, and they just forgot to mention because we're only gonna have 1 car. They just forgot to mention that we're coming in too.
Yeah, they it was just a little bit of a little slip because it's very subtle. We want to kind of just not really. We want to be an underdog. We don't want to be lights flashing.
We don't want to be too big. We're not like McLaren or Ferrari.
No, we want to be subtle. We want to just be in the back of the pack, and then we'll work our way up, but slowly, and we'll just kind of creep in the pack. So you won't see us, but don't worry.
You won't see our hot pink car as it's driving around. You won't see it.
No, you won't see
your hot pink car.
You won't see it.
No, you won't see it.
No.
You won't even see it.
Yeah. You wouldn't even notice.
It would be like that red light that Oscar saw and turned.
Yeah.
The only time you would notice was at livery reveals because you'd be like, holy that's a cool car. And then you'd forget about it. And then you'd see it on track.
It kind of like magically blends into the asphalt when we're driving by, so you won't be able to see it.
It's got like a camo feature.
Yeah.
It's what
It'll magically become camo and blend in with the gravel as it's driving.
It's part of our new 2026 regulations, but the regulations are only for us. So only we can do it.
Only we get these regulations. Everybody else has to stick to like the boring stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll be winning every race and you just won't see our car because it's blent in.
Yeah. All right, guys. This is
the delusions need to stop. Like, this is bad.
I know. This is the third time, like, in the past couple episodes that we just, like, make scenarios for, like,
and the issue is we get on a bit and we can't just stop. Like, we have to take it as far as it will go. Until there's nothing more that can be said, we are going to keep riding this bit.
We got through an exclusive magic camo livery for the 2026 regulations only for us.
It's just ours.
How did the conversation start?
You're just getting to know us, you know?
Oh, yeah. We were talking about Fred Vessier and we suddenly got on the topic of our own F1 team.
Watch out for us next year.
We'll hire him. We'll buy him out from Ferrari.
Exactly. That's
Fred, you were our inspiration. We'll get you in here, King. Don't worry.
We're leading to Fred being our new team principal. That's what
we can hire him. We can afford him.
It's easy.
We also, like, if we need a second driver, like, later down the line, Gabby's got Max's phone number, so, like, she'll just hit him up.
Yeah, it's fine.
She'll just give him a quick ring.
I have him on speed dial, because so if I call him up, he'll just be like, even if he's driving, he'll just be like, hey, and I'll be like, hey, I need you to drive for our team for a little bit. So
and we've already got a contract, like, drawn out, and, like, he's ready to sign it.
Yeah. So we'll have him drive for a little bit. So if I like need a break or Delaney needs a break, just for a couple laps, he'll go in for a little bit, and maybe we'll go drive the Red Bull and we'll swap. You know?
Yeah, we'll do like a little driver swap, and you'll never know because our car is camouflaged. Don't forget this. This is very important. Okay, we're gonna pull up beside the Red Bull pit box, and magically, when the camera cuts away, Gabby's gonna jump out of our car, and Max is gonna jump out of his, and they're gonna swap. And then when we win the race, don't be shocked at all.
A video of like the guy pulling the other guy out of the car and then putting the other guy
that's what me and Delaney are gonna do. Delaney's gonna grab Gabby. I'm gonna grab Max. We're gonna throw them between cars.
You guys, come on.
Gabby's car is just parked next to Max's, and me and Ricky are in the middle, just throwing them between cars.
Grab under my arm.
Ricky just grabs you and yanks you out of the car. And it's like an F1 car, so she has to like reach into the car and like
over the head.
You have to take the steering wheel out.
No, steering wheel stays. Steering wheel stays.
Actually, we have other magic. Like magic in the car.
The steering wheel magically disappears whenever we need to get Gabby out of the car.
I push it into the car and it goes away.
Yeah, so it's on like a little run like way, so whenever we need to, we can just push it further into the
still going.
I think we just don't know how to shut the up. I think that
we don't know how to stop. Like
since I haven't been able to talk to y'all for like 4 days, so it's like,
yeah, guys, we're deprived of speaking to each other, and now like the first conversation being on the podcast is like the worst thing because we're not crazy. We're just a little loopy. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm not
over trust.
They genuinely cannot stop making scenarios.
And if you wonder what some of our personal conversations outside of the podcast are like, just listen to that entire like past 10 minutes back. That's a pretty good example.
Genuinely, like, we do not act much different. So this is don't even worry. Like you're not getting some kind of fake persona. This is just us specifically the last like 10 to 15 minutes. That's exactly how we talk. Outside of
we had a text strand yesterday for about 5 minutes of all the things we were going to say to IndyCar drivers to assert our dominance.
Because I said I was talking to my mom and I was like, Mom, I know that I'm going to talk this talk, that I'm going to see Fernando for it. in the seat, and it's just not true because I'm gonna be standing in the corner with y'all three trembling in my
I know.
food.
And we just
like,
randomly
guys,
went on and
what
we're like, Gabby's gonna walk up to him and be like, I can beat your ass in a race in my Mini Cooper.
Yeah,
Because I live here.
I drove
We
here.
just kept going.
I'm a driver.
I'm gonna beat you.
I'm gonna beat you in a race. I'm way faster than you.
Like, I know this oval like the back of my head, bro.
I know
an
these 4 corners like back of my hand. I'll kick your ass.
200 miles an hour? No.
Using the brake pedal? Absolutely the fuck not.
No.
I know how to turn left like no other.
No.
I
I don't even use
My
I don't
left turns go crazy.
brake pedal. What's a brake pedal?
I don't even have
know
that.
a gas
I
pedal.
have an
I don't-
accelerate and I have
I
a
don't
NOS
have a
button.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have a button to
And
go-
when my Honda shoves your little Indy car into a wall and it crumbles to bits and pieces, and I walk away with a dent in the side of my car, and I can still drive and finish that
You know
race.
what I'm gonna be
baby.
like? My car's gonna be like a Nokia. You drop it and it still looks the same.
It still
Yeah.
goes. And like when your little car crumbles because it touched a wall,
Because it's made of carbon fiber. Like,
shut up.
Nobody
No.
cares.
Get in my Honda, okay?
how much money for it to crumble under pressure? No. The
Embarrassing.
Mini Cooper could never.
The Mini Cooper would never.
That thing is a spaceship, so
That Mini Cooper has
Yeah.
been through so much from what Gabby tells me, so I just think it would survive. I think it would live.
No, yeah, he's a survivor. So I
Yeah.
think put him on the IndyCar track.
Put him in there. He'll
Yeah.
cook.
It's a
Okay.
sports car, by the way. You guys don't understand this. It's a sports car.
You
it
don't
has,
understand.
it has a literal S on it for
no, same. I can put it in sports
My
mode,
car has
and
a sport button, guys.
I have paddles on it. I can boom, boom, boom.
Oh, I have paddles. Yup.
So,
It's so fun.
so us 3 in a race versus Pato.
I have turbo on my car, so Pato, count your days.
Pato's
My
getting
car's half electric, so I have a feeling I might be a little slow. But I got that sport mode,
So
so don't
I'm-
even
So
worry.
I'm winning. I got turbo.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
I got sports mode. Don't worry, we're fine.
I'm gonna steal my dad's Tesla. That's like plaid and has like cheetah mode on it. I'll
You're gonna-
dust you.
You're gonna dust us. You're gonna
I'll
be an in.
Dust you.
I'll
No, guys, actually, that car goes so fast it like takes my breath away. Like genuinely, I cannot drive that car.
I'm gonna go buy a Cybertruck and hit your Tesla.
Okay, here, new idea. Me, all of us, Pato, and like Joseph, all
Race?
in Cybertrucks.
We race
racing.
Cybertrucks. No, you know how at Long Beach they had those trucks that were like doing the jumps. We
Yes,
buy
But that's
Cybertrucks
us, but we're in
and do that.
Cybertrucks.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, we're in Cybertrucks, and we get to make our Cybertrucks
pink.
cool and fun. So mine's
Yeah.
gonna be like bright pink.
We did
Mm-hmm.
Cybertrucks, but we worked with Elon Musk, and he made a special livery for each of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like I have personally had a pink sparkly one, and it
Yeah.
has blue glitter too. And when I drive,
Cool. Yep.
glitter comes off of it. So
Oh
Yeah,
mine has
I remember
chilies all
this.
over it, and it like throws chilies out the back.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
I
like
like
a banana
this. I
peel
like
moment.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
banana peels, but it's
It's like
just
Mario
chilies
Kart.
laying on the track.
Wow, here we go again.
No, but this is a good idea because like we're in even machinery now, and I can drive. So get me in a Cybertruck, I'll
I have
beat
license.
everyone.
I have a license.
I have a license.
I've had a license for a few years now. So what about
I've been
should I
driving
drive
for
her?
about 3 years, babe.
what about
Get me in.
Newgarden?
Who is that?
Joseph Newgarden, Paddle Award, Alex
I
Pello.
can
Like,
win
who the are they?
500 if I
Joseph
please.
who? Joseph who? Like I could beat you in a race.
Who are you?
What
Get in a Cybertruck next to me. Let's race.
Equal machinery. You're getting cooked, pal. You're getting cooked.
It's over for
You're
you. I
getting
don't even know
cooked.
who
You're
Nolan is.
getting cooked.
Christian.
Who?
Who the are you? Like,
Wow.
I'd win. I'd win every day of the week. No, I think we need to present this to Iowa Speedway, and we do this as like a pre-race event. Is like us in
Yeah.
versus like 2 IndyCar drivers all in Cybertrucks.
Yeah,
They can fund that.
I don't think Cybertrucks
Actually-
exist in Iowa. I don't think they exist in Iowa.
We should email them.
They don't
this
even have Cybertrucks in Iowa. They don't know what that
band.
is. So Iowa, we gotta do like a Ford.
Actually, I think they put all of us in 2-seater Indy cars and let us go out there.
Oh, yes. So
Yeah.
I get in the back of Gabby's Indy car, and Delaney gets to pick a driver, and she gets in the back of their Indy car,
Yep.
and we race. And
Yep.
me and Gabby are gonna win, obviously, because we're more experienced.
Yeah.
But you'll still get the experience, and you'll still have fun.
Yeah.
So like
have
it
fun
would
with
work.
it, but you won't win. But you'll have the fun. You'll have the experience. You'll have
Yeah.
fun in real life. But you just won't
You'll
win.
feel the wind in your hair. Like it'll be good vibes.
I'll have my
but,
camera
like,
out the window, like.
Yeah, you'll be like taking pictures of me and Gabby as we're winning inside of the car.
Like 30 seconds away
Yeah.
though. You might not be able
Yeah,
to.
we'll actually be behind you, about to lap you as you're taking the pictures.
So you make sure to go behind. When you
Yeah, make sure
the
when you're
George
taking the pictures,
Russell.
don't go forward, go backwards, because that's what we're gonna be.
Yeah. Laughing.
When we come up to lap you, and then when we go past, inevitably, just look behind you again. We'll be behind you again in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's chill vibes. It's fine.
So have that prepared. Write that down.
Get that ready. Let's write this down. I'll write an email to Iowa Motor Speedway in like an hour.
Yeah.
We'll get this organized.
Great.
Look, if you listen this far, you're a G.
If you got this far, you're a true fan. You're a real one.
The few people that have watched this far, we love you. You're the best.
We love you so much.
All right, so you guys got a little sidetracked, but I mean, honestly, no, I wouldn't even consider it a sidetrack. I just consider it part of the episode, and consider a little bonus,
Part of the fun,
and just a debrief. You get to see us talking about just other random stuff, and it's a little bonus. So you're welcome, you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Enjoy the break, because I have a feeling a lot of you guys are probably gonna want the break because that race was tiring. So we have a break before Miami. Miami's gonna be very exciting, very fun. So we'll see you then. Enjoy. Bye.